The Kenobi show. I watched this when I was like a year ago or a few years ago, and honestly, I think I kind of like it. I really like the Kenobi show. I won't show you any clips because, well, I'm going to get copyright strike or something. I'm gonna get flagged for this. But according to this, like the Kenobi show didn't get any, good reviews. So, anyways, I'm just going to tell you myself what is my opinion on the Kenobi show. The entirety of the Kenobi show, I would give an overall a 7 or 8 out of 10. That is my last opinion. If you guys don't agree, fine, whatever. So I'm gonna catch you up now because this is the part where I tell you spoilers about the show. So if you don't want to be spoiled, and I don't know why you didn't watch the Kenobi show, the show just came out a year ago. Spoilers right now. Okay, the reason why I want to say this, want to watch, say you the Kenobi show is because I mean to make a video about this, and I just rewatched a few clips and just reminded me like I gotta talk about it. Now, are we doing the big fives? Yeah, whatever. The songs already good backgrounds and effects, acting will give it a half right there, and overall the everything else actually like the story and everything. Um, let's start with writing. Well, how about we just start from the bad things? For examples, like there are some things that just don't make sense. They're so silly. Like for examples, there when this episode 4, where Kenobi went down to this underground Sith layer, where he found a bunch of his fellow Jedi being, I don't know if that part was deleted or not. Who cares? It was bad. The next one is the one about Princess Leia basically, getting kidnapped or something. It was a good plot because it does matches around the how Leia met Obi-Wan Kenobi. That does make sense for the episode 4. And I think episode 4 is one of the weirdest things about the episode because there was just so many weird stuff. For example, it's like Obi-Wan literally in the blue, wearing this jacket, hiding Leia in her jacket, and it's so goofy. There's a lot of goofy stuff. For example, like the face makeup for the Inquisitors. Like for example, the Grand Inquisitor, weird. It looks nothing like the original Inquisitor from the Star Wars Rebels show, and the other one, like the fifth brother. I think it's the fifth brother. He was he looks weird, and he looks like he hasn't like. It looks like he has a dry face instead of like a monstrous face. Who knows? A lot of people literally don't like the arc of the girl, the first sister. I don't know, but because there's a lot of people like in the stars are racist or something because they don't like it. All right, I get it. All right, people are really weird. But anyways, that's all I have to say. But overall, I like to say the main thing about this movie is like literally focuses on Kenobi getting Padme back to safety, and Obi-Wan Kenobi facing Darth Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker. I want to tell the good parts actually because that's the good parts I want to remember. Them fighting, they really bring Hayden Christensen back there with Aaron McGregor time together. That's pretty cool. I like the end part where they literally met in this planet and they just talk it out and then they do fight and the fight scenes are really good. Okay, all the fight scenes are really good. My favorite fight scenes obviously the fight scenes in the ending and the fight scenes in the background where Anakin was fighting in the Jedi Temple with Obi-Wan. It was really good. The fighting skills are really great. I really do appreciate the everything, the effects, the lighting, the entire atmosphere of the last fight. It was so great. I really like how Obi-Wan does regret that what he's done is wrong, and he does blame himself for creating Darth Vader. And I like how he's like, listen, no, it wasn't your fault that created Darth Vader. It was mine. I decided to be Darth Vader because I wanted to do this. You don't have to blame yourself. Anakin is dead. I killed him. AKA, what he meant was like I decided to follow this path. You didn't bring me to this path, but I just wanted to. And the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi is just really sad in this episode. Like he has regrets, and he has to go in hiding in Tatooine just to take care of a boy. He has to live daily, and he's not. I don't think he has a problem dealing daily, but he's just being outcasted and like living through Order 66, like being hunted down, like like ravenous wolves. It's just a crazy sad thing for Obi-Wan to live this, and I think this show really does give much appreciation to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, I mean he's a cool Jedi after all. I mean, so much he lost, he didn't turn into the dark side, unlike Anakin. He's the same thing. It shows that Obi-Wan was also just struggling, even though he was in, though he's still alive and he's like has a purpose now for training. It just shows that Obi-Wan is just a really well written character, just like Darth Vader, who's also really well written and more powerful. All of them are just really great. The fight scenes were also great. The way how he just just wishes that he was with Qui-Gon for just a few moments, or just anything that could from Qui-Gon. It's just great. I have to say that there's not much to talk about if I can't rewatch the whole thing again. The one with the entire Princess Leia arc, that he has to understand that Leia is literally just Padme again. It is kind of cool that because his acting, he does feel emotional and really grateful that Leia was there, and she was just like the uncle to Leia. Everything was just well written for both of them. It is kind of weird though that they are going on in this long trip for a little bit too long. I think it makes sense. It just makes this movie for like a 3 hour long show. But not just that, this entire series was also focused on another person, the sisters of the Inquisitors. One of the sisters who survived Order 66 is now an Inquisitor, and he killed many of his friends, and now he has to join to become Inquisitor. And his mission is to kill Darth Vader because if he has the chance. And now he didn't. He was just being toyed. He's just the least powerful person there. What I'm trying to say is that her story was a bit okay. I don't know why he has to go through all this vengeance thing and just go after Luke Skywalker. He does get her redemption arc, which is okay, I guess. Though I just really like more of the Kenobi and Princess Leia dynamic, because they're literally just bonding each other for literally being related after all. It's literally just Obi-Wan regretting everything, and Obi-Wan holding a grudge, not just holding a grudge, like holding a deep responsibility for like the creation of Darth Vader. I think that was literally just saying the story of the Kenobi show. Order 66 makes Obi-Wan really hard to be himself, and himself is a Jedi who refuses to use his lightsaber even just to fight or to defend people. It's really hard to see like Obi-Wan not being in his prime or not being able to fight, because it is a sad story for Obi-Wan, but until in the end everything goes well. I really like the performance of Hayden Christensen here. It's such an amazing character. Anakin Skywalker will be one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Really great, really tragic person. He did an amazing job for portraying that he literally has become to the dark side, not because of someone else, not because of Obi-Wan, but he literally decided to become the dark side to save Padme, and he really get into character to become Anakin, who's shruggy, who's also competent, selfish. Well, not selfish, who's hard-headed, immature. Overall, the story of Obi-Wan is literally jumped over from the story of the youngling that will get executed by Order 66. It's really deep in there. Obi-Wan's story in the Kenobi show literally just buried that there, just deep. It makes me freak out about it just a bit, but it does make a really good, okay story, I guess. Apparently, I don't know. They say you're gonna make another one. I don't know how they're gonna put the story of that. I don't know. It's probably not a show. Probably not real. Not what they say. It's just full of baloney. Who cares if there's a real series about it? Everything is just the regular stormtroopers, canyon and everything. Generic Star Wars stuff. And I think it's just also another quick cash grab for Disney. I think it is necessary to make this show, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, all I can say is an okay show. I give it a 7.5 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10 solid. Not the best TV shows, but it does justice for Anakin and also Obi-Wan at the same time. Really good. I suggest you should watch it if you want to. There are some cringe parts, but you'll get through it. May the force be with you and all that stuff. See ya.